It was all about quests the last time when I headed down to the cellar to get that vintage nectar. Unfortunately, I had to fight a whole group of ants, but we did get everything back to Mergwyn, and his master was pretty happy about things. We did get ourselves the poison polyp, and that ended the episode. Now we're in the slab where I kind of left off the last time. I couldn't really find a way in here, but that's going to be happening in this episode a little bit later on. And I'm going to be starting things off with just a few tasks that I need to get done before we go ahead and go into the slab. Now we're in the coral chambers, and I actually forgot about this room. I need to get another part of that cog heart, so I'm here to do that. Kind of messed up with my first try, so I'm going to try this again. Alright, there's the first one. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep trying, and eventually I did get it down, and this is gonna be the last one. So everything got completed. I'm just waiting for everything to get finished. And there it is, the second part to the cog heart. So I gotta take a look at things, and they seemingly went together. So I need one more part, and I'm thinking that somewhere in the Whispering Vaults, which is going to be coming up a little bit later on once I finish the slab. But on my way to the Memoriam, I actually ran into the Green Prince, and this is going to be the third meeting between Hornet and the Green Prince. But I did make it to this part of the coral chambers, which is going into the Memoriam. And I seen this lock the last time. I didn't really have a simple key at that time, but I have plenty now, so I'm going to be using the last one that I have. And the thing opened up, and we're going to be stepping aside. Insert rosaries. I don't see why not. I got like 980 of them. And I got myself another rosary string. Still haven't used any of those rosary strings for anything at this point. Now I'm finding a breakable ceiling. And this is going where? Alright, I'm running into another enemy, and I'm surrounded all of a sudden. I didn't even see where that moth came from, but it ran into the blade and it committed suicide. I guess it was tired of life. Going to be heading down. Okay, I almost ran into both those blades. Glad I didn't. Made it across and avoiding the steam. Now this big version of the last enemy just popped up. Gonna have to take that. I'm assuming it's some sort of spider. Aw, damn. Got hit there. Kind of messed up with my parrying. There you go. Aw, crap. Messed up with that one. I parried the last attack, and then I messed up the one after that. Not this time. Took that thing out. But I did get some orbs, just absorbed them and healed. Unfortunately. Kind of ran into that blade, so I'm going to have to try that again. And again. Well, luckily this time we made it all the way across without having to jump. Now I'm coming up here and I'm seeing a whole bunch of chests. Broke the first one open and there was a whole bunch of rosaries in there waiting for me. And I'm seeing a lot more rosaries up here. So I gotta collect them. And there's 2 more chests up here too. As far as rosaries go, I'm kind of rich right now. Although I basically bought everything already, and I don't really have anything else to spend my rosaries on. It is what it is. Activated that switch, door opened up. Now we're in this room, which is just leading back outside, so I'm heading back down. And I was really close to where I needed to be. I jumped around, ran for a while, came back here. And I'm finding out that there's actually a breakable wall down here. I was really wondering where this thing was for a little minute. Now I'm seeing another switch, hitting that. Now there's this thing. I'm just gonna have Hornet hit this a few times. Something fell down, grabbed it, and it's a rosary cannon. Repurposed mechanism from the base of a rosary stringing machine. Rosaries must be inserted to reload the cannon. This thing, I'm not even gonna be using all that much at all. But later on, I actually came back to the slab. After checking things out for a while, I couldn't find anything that I was looking for, but when I was looking in the menu, I actually seen the key of the apostate, and that's why I'm here. Since it's exactly what I need for that lockdown there. I just have to make it past all these bugs again, and we'll be set. Alright, I'm back down here now. Looking around, trying to see if there's anything that I missed. And I don't think so. So I'm going to be just going ahead and going to that door that I was talking about. But I have to take out these bugs first, which isn't going to be taking too long at all. It's just going to be real quick. And they got done in. So now I'm going over here. And I'm going to be inspecting the lock, which is asking for the key of the apostate, which I do have, so I'm saying yes. And it unlocked. Before I go in there any further, I just want to go ahead and take a seat at this bench down here. Just in case. If I die for any reason, then I'm going to be kind of glad I did this. Alright, so we're in here now. Just running into another one of these enemies, which I'm kind of familiar with at this point, since this isn't my first time here. Probably my third or fourth time after Mount Faye. I kept trying to come here and I just couldn't find anything. Now that's changed since I am past that door. I'm going into this room. I'm inspecting this. Pendant 8th of the 12th. A whole bunch of messaging. Let's go to the next one. It's the same message. Alright. It's kind of a warning in a lot of ways. And I found myself a little secret area. Just had to hop up. Now I'm here. Just avoid that rock. Climbing up a little bit. That might be a breakable wall. I might just come back for that thing. But we're up here now. Seems like I can't break that. Still don't have a map. I'm hoping to find one soon. Now we're on the other side of this gated door that's still shut. Need to find the key for that thing. I don't know where to find the key of the heretic, but I am finding the bench. Let's go ahead and search around. And I found myself a little secret room. A husk of a map of the slab etched upon a shell. Take map, of course. Now we're here. And I'm checking out what's on the bottom. There seems to be some sort of breakable wall, which I just broke. That opens up this room. I'm not sure what's hiding here. Unfortunately, I fell on those spikes, so I'm gonna have to try this again. This is kind of tricky. Okay, I messed up again. Alright, I'm going to try one more time, but this time I'm going to be breaking this thing, which I should have done the first time. I'm hearing a whole bunch of noises. Not sure where it's coming from. That's not going anywhere. Alright, I'm going to be attacking the ceiling now. That seemed to have opened up something. Jumping across. And we're in here now. Seems to be more of these bugs that look kind of like foxes. I don't know. They're trying to steal my rosaries. It didn't happen. They got. And now we're going to be heading out of this room. Okay, that just broke. Where's that leading to? It's just going back down there, which is not what I want, so I'm going to be going through this pathway, and there's another breakable wall. This kind of takes us back to where we came from. Now I'm here. And there's actually a switch. So I'm going to be hitting this switch, and that's going to be opening this door. I'm going to be moving on. We're in this location. And I actually want to go back to that place where there was that little shortcut. I'm going to be checking out what I assume was a breakable wall. Kind of messed up, jumped up a little too high. Now I'm back in this room. Going to be jumping up a little bit, going through this opening, and avoiding that. Now I'm back here. Going to be trying this out, and it is definitely a breakable wall. Going to be taking this, and it is a memory locket, which I do need since I used a few of them on the Hunter Crest. I just haven't used it yet. We're going to be going in this room and seeing what's hiding. Seems to be some sort of bugs in here. Trying to shoot me, and Hornet with snot just got caught up twice there. Okay, had to avoid that. That thing got taken out. Gonna keep going. I'm hearing a flea. Just avoid that trap. Going to be going in here, and there's a flea that was hiding here. He got freed. Now we're right here, and I found myself another breakable wall. Going to be heading inside, and I found myself 2 more breakable walls. Just going to keep it going. Okay, kind of messed up there. The floor broke away. I didn't really expect it. But what's down here, though? Anything hidden? I'm assuming it's those shards and all that stuff. I don't really need shards right now. Okay, that broke. And I kind of fell on those spikes. Gonna try this one more time. It's definitely breakable. So I broke that. Whole bunch of breakable walls in here. Yeah, I'm taking this. It's a Weaver effigy. So that's good to have. Now we're in this location. I still don't know what's up with this. They say there's supposed to be some sort of path there. It's blocked off. I don't know how to break that. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just giving up on that. Going in this room. And I'm seeing that there is a breakable ceiling. Can't get through that lock, so I'm going to be finding an alternative route. Alright, setting off a few traps. And there's a bug in here. A little parrying. Kind of messed up on the last hit, so got things to work out still. I'm hearing a whole bunch of noises. There's a whole lot of bugs sleeping up there. How do I get up there so I can find them all? Just got hit by that trap. Now I have to take care of the spider, which I just did. Need to pick up some of these shards at least. Back up to 700. I'm good. Now I'm out here and I'm going to be checking out what's in this area. It doesn't really seem like anything is here, but I might be wrong. I'm going to be heading down. There is an opening, and it seems to be another area I haven't checked out yet since all the doors are locked. Now I have to take care of these bugs. That guy really wasn't too bad, but that's a new bug. It's kind of like a smaller version, but it can fly. Got some shards from that, which I didn't really need at all. Alright, another one of these guys. Not a problem, especially when I heal. Had to grab that silk orb. Seems like I can head down, but I'm not going to be doing that just yet. Going across. Alright, there's another lock here. That's cool. Alright, heading down. And I think I'm going to be heading this way and avoiding all these traps. Would be a good thing. There's something that's hanging. Before I grab that, I have to take care of these bugs. Just got enough silk to heal. Let me just do that. Onto this bug. It doesn't really stand a chance. It doesn't know yet, but it just found out. I'm taking that. We got ourselves the key of the indolent. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, probably shouldn't have stopped there. Had to check the map. It's always good to know where you are on the map in case you miss anything. So I'm going to be going ahead and using this key. It opened up door. Now I'm in this location with another key that I wanted to use, and that's the key of the apostate, which opens this door, and I'm going inside. This seems kind of weird. There seems to be some sort of track that's going around this place. Also a switch that's down there. Barely avoided falling on the spikes. Shouldn't have done that. Now I hit the switch, and there seems to be this wheel here. I'm pogoing off it, kind of messed up. Gonna continue trying this. It's going around, I'm assuming. Alright, I'm on the wall. Going off these wheels. That thing is coming up. Hold on, I gotta time this correctly. Alright, close enough. I'm seeing a mass shard. Had to break that thing free. Just need 2 more mass shards now, and I'll complete another mask. Currently in this location. Having to open this door, which I just did. Now I'm here. There seems to be a whole bunch of these traps, and the doors just snap shut. We're locked in here with these guys, and I have to take them all out. That's kind of interesting. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to be using all these switches to kill these bugs for me. I'm not even going to have to fight them. Watch this. Death. Oh, crap. Got hit there. I'm going to try this again. They're spitting up snot at me. Really wasn't all that cool. But they kind of killed themselves there. Now we're out here. And this is going to be kind of a long path up. Seems pretty easy, though. Alright, some spikes here. Danger. A little bit. Is that a breakable wall? Nah. Nothing there at all. Well, there's some silk. Not a lot. I definitely need it. Okay, I shouldn't have activated that. Kind of lost some life there. Now I'm all the way at the top of the slab. Going to be going over here. Nothing's hiding. I'm going to be checking this entire area out to see if there's anything hiding here. Just have to take care of this bug. Hopefully I don't die. Not really used to fighting this thing. Although I did see it twice in the past. And I didn't really know the purpose of them until I started reading about how to get into the slab. I accidentally killed them twice at this point. I'm not really faulting myself since I didn't know. They look like any other enemy to me. I might as well just take them out. I was just kind of surprised that I seen them. Either way, we're here now. I don't even have to worry about that no more. I'm still searching and trying to see. Well, I ran into another bug. Seemed like he was sleeping, but he woke himself up. Now to fight him, and then this guy. I need enough silk to heal, which okay, well, that didn't work out, but I came back. I started taking them all out. This is the last one. After I take him out, I'm going to be searching this place again, which just happened. Didn't take too long at all. Let's go up here, actually. Even higher. Now there's another bug waiting for us. It's gonna get got. I'm swearing. There it is. We had too many needle upgrades for that not to happen. Either way, we found ourselves a frayed rosary string, which is a pretty good prize for investigating this entire area. Okay, there's the switch down there. I want to activate that switch, so I'm going to be getting it there pretty soon. This doesn't really have an effect on Hornet anymore. After we pass Mount Faye, for some reason, she doesn't get affected by the cold. There it is. Just activated the switch I wanted to activate. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing else here that's actually hiding. So I'm going back this way. Going down. There seems to be a bench down there. It's kind of crooked, but it's a good bench. Alright, let's go this way. There seems to be a path going downward. I'm taking that. Going down even further. And this is exactly where I wanted to be. I need to descend. We're going to be battling every single bug in this room. Okay, just got hit by its booger. It's not a problem. Except that it's kind of nasty. You know? You don't want to be falling into the snot. Ah, damn. Got enough to heal, which I did need. Took that first bug out. There goes the second one. And here comes the second round. Now there's two of these guys that are shooting snot left and right. Just took those guys out too. Now it's time for flies. Just a couple of them left. They don't really last too long ever since I upgraded my needle. Now we have to take care of these two big bugs. I'm assuming this might be the last round. Just got enough to heal. Was kind of in a dangerous spot there. Okay. In this small, tiny room, it's kind of hard to avoid the barrage of snot bombs. Just took the both of them out with one pogo, because that pogo is legendary. We got ourselves the key of the heretic, And I got myself another bench. There seems to be a whole bunch of benches in here. More than a lot of levels I've seen. Need the key of the heretic, which I'm using. Now we're in this location, and we're going to be unlocking the last door here. There it is. The whole entire thing's connected now. We're going to be heading down a bit. And there's a switch here. I'm hitting that. And that was actually the last door. So I was kind of mistaken there. Now there's a locked door that needs the key of the heretic. I'm using it. Going inside. And there is a chest here. Along with a ton of rosaries. If it's your first time in the slab, then you're going to be kind of rich off the rosaries alone. I have 1,197. Found myself a little hidden path up here. Going to be checking this place out. Okay, that just leads to spikes. Pretty sure there's nothing else in that particular area. Going down here, taking the right. Heading down a little bit. There seems to be this thing here. Need to inspect it. Penitent first of the first. Guilty of the sin of apostasy. Penance by constriction. Seems to be some sort of criminal. And I didn't really know what to do with this in the beginning. Until a little bit later on. Then I just started breaking all of these chains. Starting with this one. Needs a couple more hits. Well, just need one more there. Alright, broke that one. Going to this side. That thing just got broke. Last one. Let's make it happen. Alright, let's go inside. Now, before the boss fight, here is my build. Starting with the sharp dart, silk shot, polyp pouch, volt filament, and the cogfly, along with the silk speed anklets and the scuttle bug. I think that's the name of it. Now we're in here. And I'm going to be inspecting this. It's giving us a little bit of a message. Reclaim the future of our cursed kingdom. Going to be binding. Something just broke out. And we are going to be fighting the first sinner. This boss has a lot of readable attacks, in my opinion. Like, you can't go for most of the match barely moving. Like, if you stay in the center like this, well, I kind of messed up there with my parry, but right here, you just have to jump. Not too high, but you have to jump in between those swords, and you should be able to avoid that. These ones are pretty easy to avoid too. You just have to see the direction of where they're headed, and then go in between all those swords, and you're going to be able to avoid everything. This one's kind of easy. Gotta jump in between them. That one is the easiest one. It's actually your opportunity to attack when this first center is actually doing that downward aerial attack. You can't jump over it and then do a little bit of a pogo, or if you have a fast crest, then I guess you can start a combo there too. But I'm avoiding everything, mostly. Still haven't healed yet. But I do need to do that pretty soon, so I'm going to do that right now. I have a fair amount of silk. Avoiding everything. This is like the second stage. It's throwing multiple attacks at once. You're just going to have to see where it's coming from. Avoid everything when you can, like that. It's not really too hard. You just have to take a couple of losses. Get used to the speed of this boss. Speaking about speed, here's one thing about the speed of this boss. Don't try to chase it down too hard, since you're not going to be catching up like that, especially if you're using the Reaper Crest. Either way, we got done with the first section of this fight. This is going to be the last section of this fight, aka the climax of it. And as you see, it's trying to actually blow me up with all sorts of projectiles. Another tip that I have for this boss is to never let it actually heal. If you see it in the animation of going into a heal, then you're gonna have to rush and do a striking attack. For the Reaper Crest, you just have to run, do the dashing attack, and that's good enough. As I'm doing right here. There's parts of this fight where you can just do that. Go left and right and just keep on doing running dash attacks, and you can get your attacks in there like you just seen. Just have to hop a little bit just to avoid maybe some attacks. You see this? I'm avoiding a whole lot of attacks like this. Running attack, jumping a little bit. Well, I kind of messed up there, but that's mostly what I was doing. Avoiding everything, knocking that person out of heal again, avoiding all of those projectiles and all that stuff. Avoiding every damn thing. Hitting first center again, got dizzy one more time, so the fight is getting close to being over. And I'm gonna finish strong, hold on. Have to avoid everything still. That is one of the benefits of the Reaper Crest, and that it is split between offense and defense, so you have plenty of weapons and tools to use to actually avoid attacks. You might not be the fastest, but give it time. The boss is going down. Well, got hit there. Avoiding that. Repeating everything until this boss dies, essentially. Alright. War attack, which I missed. Got dizzy once. Again. Now I need to heal. I only have 2 alien hits. Barely avoid that. Okay, that was kind of tricky. Getting close now. This is going back to the same pattern I was talking about, just running and doing dash attacks. Not enough to heal, but I'm not giving the first center time to heal though. And it seems like we have defeated the boss. It just blew the hell up. I would make assumptions. Okay, it's back. Maybe it's a third stage of this fight. I don't know what's happening here. Hold on. Oh, okay, I can't accept, so I'm doing that. Something's happening. And it seems like we're back at this place again. It happens a few times after we beat bosses. I would assume this would be some sort of purgatory of some type. I'm going to be jumping up. Kind of missed that wall, but I'm going to be trying this one more time. There are times where this purgatory level thing is easy, and other times it gets kind of tricky. Like right there. I could have missed and fell to whatever. At the same time, okay, well, it just happened right there. Good news is that you don't lose anything. You just have to keep trying, which I'm doing. Alright, I'm getting back. No, I didn't. Ended up falling all the way freaking back down. Now I'm up here now. Alright, I'm feeling like I'm getting close to getting out of this place. Everything looks the same here. Hold on. Can't even go forward there. Have to go in this direction. all sorts of ghost bugs here. Alright, there's something to inspect. She called us daughters, called us divine. She lied. Who's she? Either way, found the silk skill, rune rage. Press RB, weave runes of blazing silk upon enemies. And that's what's up. I wasn't expecting a new silk skill, but I am glad I have it. Had to test it out, and here it is. I just gained enough silk to do it. This guy's coming up, and I'm gonna blast him with this rune rage. You see that bug it got? Now I'm back here at this bench, and it's gonna be the end of the episode. I felt like I did pretty much everything except for finding where this grub mother is or whatever. There is one more boss I need to fight here. Probably have to come back here and fight it whenever I get some sort of requirement done. I don't know what I need to do. But if you enjoyed this episode, I really would appreciate that like, subscribe, and slapping that notification bell. Want to thank you and everyone that subscribed to the channel. Until next time, hope you have a good one. Peace out.